Hi, welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. It's been a really warm week here, but also kind of weird. My hair is a little bit on the frizzy, humid side. It was really beautiful and sunny yesterday afternoon. I was over here in the shed and Adam asked me to help him with a job outside. And as soon as we got out there, it just started to pour with rain, and it was cold rain too. So yeah, the hair got a little bit frizzy. I tried to revive it, but I'm not sure that it actually has done that much good. Anyway, just deal with that. I normally prepare some rough outline notes, sort of a bit of a reflection of the week before I sit down and record, but I haven't done that this week. So I'm not sure what I'm going to say, and I don't know how long it's going to be. Probably not terribly long. Um, but I am recording much earlier than I normally do. I'm recording on Wednesday, just because the rest of the week is going to be crazy and I'm not going to get a chance to record before I drive to Creswick on Friday, because I will be going to a tea time yarn retreat market on Saturday and then teaching a brioche class at Craftlandia on Sunday. So just trying to get everything done much earlier than normal. So I'm a little bit all over the shop. So my only preparation this week has to quickly go on through my photo library, which is how I kind of keep track of what I do. I take photos of things during the week and then can talk about them. Last week we had the cows in with the chickens, our two belted Galloway cows. And then earlier this week, we moved them into sort of the open driveway area just outside the front of my unit. Adam had actually parked cars across the drive to stop them from going up the driveway and to focus them on just that little area, which is not part of the stock run but kind of leads into it. And now they are in the horse paddock doing a cleanup in there of the weeds and the grass that the horses don't eat. And I think they're quite enjoying it in there. There is a shallow dam in there as well. And on these warm days, they have been standing in there, which I really love, and using the horses' shelter for shade as well. And the horses are here in the stock run next to the shed and down our old driveway, which has lots of shade and grass that they're able to eat. So everyone is super happy with the situation, I think. So as I said, I am going to be packing my car on Friday and heading up and staying at Creswick for a couple of nights. I'll be doing a tea time yarn retreat market on Saturday, and then I will be teaching a brioche knitting class on Sunday. So as this goes live, I'll be getting myself ready for that. Now, part of my preparation for that is that I've found my toolkit, my bag that I use for my teaching of classes, and I've pulled out my brioche samples, and I have gotten some yarn ready to do my examples as I start to do the class. So I've gotten all that ready this week. And I've also been doing quite a bit of dyeing. I skeined up and got ready and labelled all of the Christmas yarn that I did last week. Thank you so much to everyone who placed a pre-order. I have got almost all of them out. I've just got to do some batches of mini skeins, which are currently in the dye pots. And as soon as I'm finished here, they're going to be rinsed and hung to dry. And it's a beautiful sunny afternoon with a little bit of breeze, so they should dry fairly quickly. So I'm hoping by the start of next week, I will be able to get the last of the pre-orders out. But thank you to everyone. I've had some really kind words and some lovely feedback, and I'm hoping you're all enjoying it. And there will be a little bit of that yarn, as well as a small amount of Dancing Sugar Plums, my colorway from last year. I'll have that at the All About Fibre and Yarn Market in December, the 7th of December. After I dyed up the Christmas yarn, I did a whole batch of Wispy lace yarn, getting ready for the market. So let me show you that. So I'm going to be restocking my lilac, and this is my mohair silk base, my Wispy lace. Also restocking aqua, which still needs to be reskeined, as well as storm, which is a reasonably new colorway, and some rose hip. And then I've also done a couple of new colors. I still haven't named these, but I'm thinking about. I've got a light green. I'm thinking I might call this leaf or grass. I'm not sure. Something along those sort of bright, springy kind of color. It's got sort of, I wonder if the camera's going to pick it up. The camera is showing it much darker than it is. It's much more of a yellowy light green. Can't get no, it's not really coming up right. And then I did this, which is a sort of a grapey purple, which I really love. And also some wildflowers, which kind of captures a lot of the individual colors that I do and puts them sort of all onto one. So that is all of the wispy lace yarn that I've dyed up. And I've got another batch of this undyed, quite a lot. There was quite a delay, if you remember, with getting it from my supplier last time. So I've ordered quite a bit more because I really love this yarn. It kind of catches the light in this really magical, special way. The fuzz dyes really well, and the silk is just beautiful and shiny and luminous, I guess you would call it. So I made sure that I had plenty of that because it is a joy to knit with and a joy to dye, and I just love how the colors turn out. As well as the brioche class that I'm teaching as this video goes live, I will also be doing a sock class at Craftlandia in November. I don't remember the date off the top of my head. I will pop it on the screen for you. So if you are interested in that, I think there might be a couple of spots left. So check out their website and you can make a booking there. And hopefully soon I'll start to plan out my 2025 calendar. Oh my goodness. I'll be planning out my 2025 calendar. As I mentioned last week, it is going to be the Passion Flower 9th birthday in early November. And as I did last year, I did a Q&A video as part of that, sort of a celebration, something a little bit different to these sort of talk to camera podcast type things, so that you can sort of pre-interact, but still interact and find out some things about me and my business and about my knitting. So I posted a story on my Instagram and I'm collecting some questions from there, but also you can leave a comment below asking a question, and I'll put all those together and then record an answer video about all of that. You are going to have to excuse the very lackluster amount of knitting that I'm going to have to show you though, because it hasn't actually been that many days since I last recorded, but I've done a little bit. Firstly, to the socks that I'm knitting for Sebastian, my nephew, I think I've done a little bit more. I'm into the foot now. Yes, they are giant. He's a size 14 foot, so it's a lot of knitting. So I'm doing them concurrently so that I don't get stuck on one or the other at the end. And I'm knitting this out of a color that I created just for him called Old Gold. And I'm doing a toe-up sock with a Fish Lips Kiss heel. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the whole sock in the same color or do any pattern on the leg or anything like that yet, because I've literally just done just more than the toe increases. Here is his ginormous foot template here. So I am, if I slip this on, make it look a bit more like a sock, I am still a long way from making any decisions about a heel. And despite my few knitting days, I actually have done a reasonable amount. I actually didn't realize how much on my little love. I moved the marker after the last video and I have knit from there up to here. So that's reasonably impressive, I think. So, and I'll probably sit and do some more this afternoon. I'm starting to get a little bit of length in that body. So, but definitely not long enough yet for it to be complete. And this is all I have left of the darker skein of the yarn, and then I have all of this lighter one. So I'm going to knit until this is all gone, and then I'm just going to add the light in, and I think I will just over dye it, and hope that it doesn't look too strange, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to blend it very well, considering how, and it's not, doesn't show up that great on the sleeve. It just, it looks okay on video, but in person it is quite obvious that it is a different color. So I'm thinking that there's probably no way around it in terms of how different it looks, and that I'll just dye the sleeves and whatever part of the body is lighter, like first, kind of dip it in a little bit first, and then do the whole thing in an over dye. And I think I will use a, try and blend my own similar purple, so that overall it'll end up sort of looking mild and coloured rather than being starkly one thing different on the sleeve. But I just love this pattern. It is so easy to memorize and just go and see where you're up to and know which row is next. And there's 4 rest rows, 2 knit rows and 2 purl rows in there as well. So the effect you get for not a lot of hard work is actually really great. So I'm enjoying it, and the body is starting to get some length. So hopefully I can get it to a suitable length with this. I mean, there's probably more in here than I think there is, but it'll be eaten up pretty quickly because the rows are reasonably long. But, you know, as I said, I'm just going to have to figure out a dye method to resolve this light versus dark yarn that I've got going on. Well, I felt like that was a bit of a bitsy episode this week and a bit short and strange. So I'm sorry about that, but I thought better to do something than nothing at all, just from my own consistency and also just so that I get something out there. Thank you very much for watching. And that's it for another week. And I'll see you next week on the farm. Bye.